Accounting is a subject which is used in commerce world very widely. If you are a commerce student or if you are doing job in any of your company, there will be one accounting department. So you can understand this accounting is present everywhere in every business, whether that business is making profit or it is a NGO. Everywhere there is accounting. But what this is accounting all about? This we will understand with the help of a practical example. Just follow the steps which I am explaining in this video logically, and you don't need to remember what this accounting is all about. Simply follow the steps, you will get the understanding what is accounting. Now, accounting simply means it's recording, analyzing, summarizing business transactions into financial information and presenting it to the key stakeholders. Okay, so this is a very simple definition which I have made. Now let me break down this whole definition with the help of a practical example to give you more understanding. So let's say for example you and I want to start a business together called mini shopping mart. To start this, we have mutual savings of around 10 lakhs, 5 lakhs from your side, 5 lakhs from my side. Now total capital is 10 lakh. Now from this capital, we need to start the business. Now to start a business, think logically what things we will require. The very first thing is we will require a property from which we will do our business. So we will hire one property on rent. That's the very first transaction we will do. Then we will purchase the fixed assets, furniture to start the business. We will hire an employees also so that we can run business with them. We will also purchase goods or grocery, whichever we want to sell. So see, there are various activities happening. These are all activities done out of rupees 10 lakh. So whatever the activity we are doing here is called business transaction. Simple. Why business transaction? Because we are doing this transaction for business. Okay, so that's where the term business transaction comes in, which is done out of rupees 10 lakh, and every transaction which is done with money in business is called business transaction. Alright, let's move on. So we did this business transaction and we want to record it somewhere, like how much is the rent of that property, how much is the purchase of goods, how much salary we are paying to the employee. All this we want to record. So that's where the recording comes in. Recording of business transactions, and technically in accounting subject we call this journal. Simple. So now you got the understanding what is business transaction, what is journal. Okay, and all this all about recording business transactions as journals. Okay, so the recording is now clear. Now let's go little further. Now business is set, days are passing, customers are coming in shopping mart, buying groceries, sale is happening, purchase is also happening, expenses are also incurred. Our business is growing month by month, 3 months completed, and we want to know what is the profit, what is the loss. We don't know because we didn't calculate it. So to know profit and loss, what we will do? Simply, we will do the analysis. What analysis we will do? We will see how much is the sale for 3 months. How much is the purchase for 3 months? How much is the expense for 3 months? We will total out for 3 months. And that's where at the end of 3 months, we will get the total of sales. Same way we will get total of purchase. Same way for expenses. Expenses can be anything. Salary, electricity bill, rental, etc. So we will make a total of all these items. So technically what we are doing, we are classifying our business transactions into different items like sales, purchase, expenses. And technically in accounting we call this sales ledger, purchase ledger, expense ledger, and so on. So now you got the understanding what is this ledger, and this has come from analysis. So from this sales ledger, purchase ledger and expense ledgers, we will make a total of all this, and that total is called technically balances in accounting. Okay, so we have sales balance, purchase balance and expense balances, and this balances will be classified into the trial balance. So yeah, here comes the trial balance. So from all these balances, we will create one table which is called trial balance. So now you got the understanding what is ledger and what is trial balance. Now let me summarize till now what we did. So we understood recording of journals, analyzing where we discussed about ledger and trial balance, and now let's discuss the summarization. Our main objective was to know profit and loss. When we said that we want to know after 3 months what is the position of business, whether we are doing profit or loss, that we want to know. So to know this, from this trial balances, what we will do, we will again create one additional table, and on the one side we will write down all the incomes like sales, interest income, etc. And on one side we will write down purchases and expenses. So we will make the total of sales, we will deduct purchases and expenses, and that's how we will know whether our business is into the profit or loss. So clear? Now this, whatever the activity we did, recording sales on one side, purchases and expenses on one side, this is called profit and loss statement in accounting. Simple. Why? Because we want to know what is the profit or loss. We want to know that, and that's why we did that. From trial balance we did this. So that's how the profit and loss statement is prepared, and now you can correlate the word called summarizing. So what we are doing now, recording, analyzing and summarizing the business transactions into financial information. So this P&L account is nothing but the financial information. Clear till now? Alright, so let me go little further. So now you have come to know that the position of the business, whether it's profit and loss, from the profit and loss statement. Now there are various financial informations can be prepared from this all information of business transactions. Like one we prepared is profit and loss. Another is balance sheet we prepare, where we classify what are our assets, what are our liabilities. So assets and liabilities, one of the concept used in accounting, that we will cover it at some point later. So we will prepare P&L, balance sheet, and also we will prepare the cash flow statement, where we will note down all the cash related activity. So broadly, accounting does recording of journal, analyzing ledgers and trial balances, preparing P&L, balance sheet and cash flow statement. Okay, so that's where recording, analyzing and summarizing combines together, and we present the business transaction into financial information. Now this financial information is presented to key stakeholders. That's what I said in initial meaning. So who are these key stakeholders? So key stakeholders are the one who are interested in investing in the business. So let's say for example, we are doing our business of shopping mart and it is growing. Now to grow this, we need money. So let's say we go to bank for loan. Now what bank will ask us? They will simply ask, give me your financial statements. So we will give our P&L, balance sheet, cash flow statement to bank, and based on that they will take a judgment whether our business is growing or not. So you can now understand what is the importance of this financial information. So bank is one of the key stakeholder, and bank will do the analysis of financial statement and will decide how much loan they will give to our business. Simple. So let me give you another example of this stakeholders. So there is a company called Zomato, which is now public limited company. When it was initially started, there is a company called Naukri.com, and that Naukri.com promoters invested amount in Zomato. Okay, so see, Naukri.com is the investor in Zomato when Zomato was initially started. Naukri.com is called private equity investor. So this private equity investor Naukri.com will check the financial statement of Zomato, and based on that they will take the decision. But in real life, along with financial information, they also see the potentiality of the business, the competitor and the future aspect of that business. All this information with together, they make a decision of investing in a company, but financial information is the key information. All right. So that's the example of key stakeholders. If I talk from public company point of view, let's say there are various big companies like Reliance, Tata. They also prepare their financial statements. And if you are doing investments in the stock market, you might be getting the financial information quarterly in your email account. So this financial information are shared with all the equity holders or stakeholders. So this equity holders are called stakeholders. Likewise, there are various stakeholders. So now you got the understanding who are the key stakeholders. It can be bank, it can be you and me if we are investing in a public company, or they can be the private equity investors in the startups or in the private limited company. Alright, so let me now summarize whole meaning again, so it gives you a good understanding. So as I said earlier, accounting is recording, analyzing, summarizing business transactions into financial information, and it is presented to key stakeholders for decision making. That's the simple definition of accounting. Now this whole accounting is based on 3 golden rules of accounting. One is principal, real, nominal. So these are the 3 golden rules of accounting which we will discuss in our next video. So let me give you a little more idea about this. So this accounting is very old in India. So we have munshis in old businesses who were doing this accounting, and we call it khata wahi. But it was organized by Britishers in 17th to 18th century when industrial revolution started across the globe. And Britishers are always interested in doing business. And if you want to do the business, you want to know what is the position of that business, whether it's making profit or it is making loss. And that's how the Britishers organized the accounting subject in Industrial Revolution, and there were many accountants created, and till now also it is prevailing in this world. So there are various rules and regulations for all this accounting subject. I'm not going in that detail, that we will cover it in our upcoming videos. But you get the understanding what is journal, what is ledger, what is trial balance, what is profit and loss statement, balance sheet and cash flow statement, and key stakeholders. So that's it on accounting. If you have any questions or query with respect to this video, or if you have any feedback for this video, feel free to mention in the comment. This will help me to understand how I will need to improvise in my coming videos. Thank you so much for watching this video, and take care.